What's up guys, and welcome back to the Drift Games YouTube channel. This is a very exciting episode. This might actually be one of the most exciting episodes we've ever had because I have now had modified cars, drift cars, track cars for about 15 years and I've never owned anywhere to put them. So that's been a really weird situation. I've always had them in friends' places, I've had them shoved into sheds people didn't need anymore, covers put on them. But today is the day that we actually can announce that we have a brand new headquarters. This is the Drift Games Garage, as we're calling it, and this is now fully built. So we've built this, measurements are about 50 feet by 40 feet kind of shed. The idea is, well, we're gonna run you through the idea, is to have a space that we can make videos for you guys, that we can work on our own cars, that we can come down at the weekends, hang out with our friends, work on the cars. Basically not a heavy amount of work, but just to have them all in the one place. Of all the cars I have, they've actually never ever once been in the one place at the one time. So hopefully by the end of this video, they will be in this shed. So what's happened so far? Well, we put the roof on, put the walls on, we've obviously concreted the floor, we're waiting on all our security systems to come in and all that kind of stuff. But what we're going to do in this video is make it look pretty sweet, and we've got a couple of ways of doing that. The first thing we've got to do is we've got to paint the floor because this is untreated concrete, and to make it last a couple of years and kind of hold up to all the kind of movement on top of it, we're going to paint the floor. So that's going to be Mike and your job, Josh, to paint the whole floor. Once the floor is down though, this is the pretty baller part. We have partnered up with Tuff Tile, where we are going to put down these incredible tiles on the floor. Now, you might ask, why would you do this in a garage? Number one, they look awesome, which is always what we do here at Drift Games, but that's not the only reason. Number two is, obviously a very clean look, they're easy to mop, so they come up really, really shiny. The other problem you have with a painted floor is, over time, it starts to wear and tear with the cars going over it. So you have it really nice for a little while and then it starts to get really, really grubby and you gotta keep doing it over and over again. With these, once you put them down and keep them clean, you're kind of done. And that's all you've gotta do. They're UV resistant, they can take 20 tons on them, and they're a really, really nice bit of kit. We've gone for the black and the gray here. And I think the idea is that we're gonna separate out a couple of car bays in here so that the gray will kind of highlight where the cars are or where they should be parked. That's the idea. We might change it as we go along, but this is like going to make this garage look like sort of from a shed to a garage. This is what the floor is going to do essentially, and this is the bit I'm really excited about. Once we get all that together, we got to get the door, the security systems, all that stuff on it, and then put all the cars in. We've got a ton, as you guys can see, of different shelving units and all that kind of stuff. And if you look at how much tiles we actually need to actually do the whole floor, it's 2 pallets full, so there's quite a bit of work in that. But I'm really excited to see how that comes out. I know there's a bit of work to be done. We obviously have to get our main metal door in, we've got to get lots of other bits and pieces, but essentially we're building a shed, which we want to start off looking really, really cool, that displays all the cars. We want to put LED lighting all in here instead of just, the natural light is actually really good. As you can see here, we've a lot of light coming in at the moment, which is really nice for what we want to do. But we want to have some nighttime light as well. It's going to get winter, we want to make sure it's really bright, so we're going to put a lot of LED lights in. And we're going to add a couple of nice little slick touches in for tools and ramps and all that kind of stuff down the line. But in this particular episode, paint the floor, get all the stuff sealed up, get the whole place sealed up and secured, get the floor down, and finally get all of my cars in the one space at one time, along with yours and Mike's. So I'm excited to see how it goes. So this may just be a shed, but for the first time, it's our shed.
You're not the only one. It literally is my first shed, and we've done a lot of things, and I've never been as excited as this. Like, look at these. I could live on these, they're that comfortable to lie down on. Like, what more do you want?
You wouldn't be lying down on the concrete like that.
I wouldn't lie in the concrete like that. Your hip would be sore and things.
But the real beauty of these is that it's the look too.
It's going to look like a showroom.
It's going to look like a showroom. Yeah. And because we have some nice cars and we can keep them clean, we wanted to kind of show them off. Yeah. So time to get to painting the floor. Time-lapse time again, Mike?
Time-lapse time again.
Time-lapse time again.
It's going to be so fast painting the floor.
Right now, coming up, 47 hours of Mike painting a floor. You'll enjoy it. Stay tuned. 80 episodes of painting the floor. Now we're going to do it quick. Let's paint that floor.
So it's the next day, and yesterday we put the first layer of paint down in the shed, and it looks brighter.
It looks a lot brighter in fairness.
It looks a lot better.
It kind of looks like someone just came to do a burnout, doesn't it? And we'll seal that in with lacquer, like it'll look class.
Yeah, I'm not too sure people would like that since we've just painted the shed.
I do that.
Well, of course you would like it. You'd like if you just got some muck in it and said, right, it's dirty now, let's get on with it.
No, it does. It looks so much different though, doesn't it? Like, it's so bright in here. It reflects
light a lot more.
Like,
The floor absorbed the
as
light.
well. Like it's still, you know, it can go brighter. It can. So
That's what we're doing today.
this is going to be a thick coat.
We're doing a second layer.
Second layer.
Thicker than me.
Thicker than Josh. Thicker than porridge. Time lapse.
Yeah, we may be doing it quite a lot, so I reckon we do like a super duper fast time lapse.
Really fast time lapse.
Really fast.
Hang on there, I need to stretch first.
Get ready.
Like mad, you know.
Okay. This is going to be impressive how fast you're going now.
Are you ready?
Watch
this.
Have you warmed up?
Come on.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
What's going on, guys? We are back in the new Drift Games HQ. You can see the Mustang is in here. For the minute, we'll be taking it out in a moment because all of the painting has been done and now it's time to put down our Tuff Tiles. Now, the big thing about Tuff Tiles is they sort of transform this place from a shed, which is essentially what it is, to a very cool looking garage. They're an amazing product and we can't wait to see what the place looks like at the end. Mike has started already without us. He was so excited. He started opening some boxes. So we're gonna have a little chat with him and see how he's getting on. Like, you couldn't even wait.
Look at this.
We're too excited.
It's like a showroom it is. Like, I've never had a garage and mine's something looking this good.
So the idea here, Mike, is that because we've got two colors, we're gonna put them sort of in car parking spaces.
Yeah,
so
parking spaces.
So the idea is to park 6 cars down this side. So we have
3 and then 3 up in the next section.
Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we have another
room to open the door, of course.
We'd have a small bit of room. It looks so good.
Doesn't it? Like, I'm actually super excited about it. I want to see it finish now.
Because you know, like, you think, oh, it's a shed. Now we've painted the floor, which essentially we only painted as sort of a undercoat, basically.
Kind of protect the concrete and just brighten up underneath the tiles, which it actually does. Like the blacks are
I
much
see
more
what you
grey,
mean.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
See, that would be very black.
Yeah.
Because you painted it light grey underneath,
and then
it's quite bright.
The grey really pops as well. Like, so it should be cool when it's finished now.
So all you've had to do is lay these down, which is pretty simple. Well, I say simple, I haven't tried yet, and just make a couple of cuts.
A few little cuts here and there, tidy it up. Unfortunately, when we built the garage, Wayne didn't get the measurements, and show you that. That's what we have to cut off the last tile every time to make it fit.
It's not too bad.
It could be worse, like. But
And the good thing is
if the shed was like that much bigger, I wouldn't have to cut anything off.
And you only have to cut one side.
One side, yeah.
Just to get it absolutely flush.
She's sitting there flush, perfect.
And then just a couple of little cuts where we have the beams.
Just around the beam. I think the beams is the only main thing we have to cut around. That's it, like, and trim the edge.
You know what? I've been letting you do too much work. I'm actually excited to give this.
I'm excited to see you do
When I was younger, I loved Lego, so this is very like Lego.
It's very satisfying. Josh would love this. It clips together very nicely.
No, Josh gets all the fun. I'm going to do this one.
you're doing this one.
So what we'll do is we'll set up a time lapse. We'll start laying down the floor. Obviously, we're going to start working our way back, moving everything back, and hopefully we can get the whole floor finished and show everyone what it looks like. And I think it's going to look amazing.
Can't wait.
I can't wait. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're halfway done on the Tuff Tiles. They are looking unbelievable right now. Can't wait to get the whole garage finished. It's warm in here, so we're putting in the work, Mikey.
Yeah.
Put in the work. Look how good this looks, though. It has transformed the garage already. I just can't wait to see all the spaces marked out and the whole garage finished. So let's plow on and get this job done. What do you think, Wayne?
Grand job, yeah.
It's a good job, isn't it?
How long are you going to keep that thing for?
About 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Look how good that looks, though. We got the 6 bays.
6 days. You got
Seventh bay. 7 cars can fit perfectly in there. We might get an 8th in here. But
get Josh's car in here. Get Josh's MX5 there, no better.
you get Josh's MX5. That's why we want an MX5. Small car there. So as you guys can see, we've had a long day of putting in all of the Tuff Tiles. Amazing quality, and actually a bit like putting down Lego. So it was actually quite easy. So even I could help Mike on this one. It was almost therapeutic. You just chat away, put them down, and then it was all done. The design we wanted to go with absolutely worked out perfectly. So tomorrow, we're gonna come in here, and for the first time ever, we're gonna put all of the Drift Games cars in the one shed at the one time, which has never happened before. So we'll see you guys in the morning. So it's a new day. We actually didn't get time to appreciate this yesterday, Mike, because we were pretty much looking at it the whole day, but now that we've walked in with fresh eyes, looks amazing.
I'm actually proud of what we did there. So, we did a thing.
Adult Lego is what we did, and we're high-fiving over it. But no, there was a lot of cutting around just to get everything sitting perfectly. As you can see, we have got 7 parking spaces, and for the first time ever, there will be 7 cars in this garage today. Now, the exciting part of this is that ever since I was about 15, I've always wanted a shed, and I've always wanted a collection of cars. taken 15 years maybe of swapping and selling and buying to get to that point, but between you guys and myself, we have got a bit of a fleet we can now all put in the one garage. So what we're going to do is roll them on in, reintroduce them if you're new to the channel, give them a quick clean and put them in their space. And then before we do all that, we're going to bring in something very special that we got from Mobil 1 and the guys at Burke Lubricants, who gave us some very nice little shelving units that we can actually put some parts on. Probably too nice for us, but brand new. So we're going to grab them, put them in. That's the last thing we can do right now. Obviously we've loads more to do in the HQ after the next couple of weeks and stuff, but the first thing is put in the Mobil 1 shelving, then the cars, and then we've actually made some progress for once on the Drift Games channel, which very rarely happens.
We actually finished something.
We might have actually finished something.
We didn't need to finish it yet.
It's never going to be
We've
finished.
a lot more to do.
It could burn down between now and
The
then.
lights are just sitting up there. They're not even plugged into anything. So
Yeah, we've got some wire and stuff to do. We got, a lot of stuff to do, but we're going to tip away at it bit by bit. You guys will see it on the episode. Let's grab the shelves, just throw them in. We want to take a minute just to thank one of our partners here at Drift Games, M-Tech Brakes. They're one of the UK's leading supplier of performance brake pads, discs and hoses. We have run them on all of our cars. They're an amazing product and at an amazing price. So make sure you check out their full range at mtechbrakes.com. Okay, so we've just brought in all of our Mobil 1 shelving, which was given to us by Burke Lubricants. Thank you so much, guys. It really is awesome to have the full Mobil 1 range here for all the cars that we have. So as you can see, we have stacks and stacks of oil, lubricants for gear oil. We have some stuff over here for, this is actually really handy, you can see it here. For the Samsona sequentials, we need this special lubricant here. We have all of our jugs for pouring it in so we don't put it all over the floor. And we have these very handy little taps that we can pour into these and pour them into the car, or so the theory goes. So we have all that stuff, and they also give some spill kits, some fire stuff. We got a lot of bits and pieces and cleaning stuff just in case we have any spills, which no doubt, Josh, we're going to have some spills. So that is really awesome. We have all of those in place now, and we've got some spare shelves as well, which we're going to have some different products, different things we need kind of for everyday maintenance and that kind of stuff. And we have two shelves here at the back, which we're going to use for cleaning products for the cars. They're a little bit more lightweight. So that's the plan with those. We've got to stack them up though in the next little while. And we had another little, Wayne came over, which is very handy. Was obviously, as you guys can see, we're just waiting on our edge, which is sort of like our little wrap to finish off our Tuff Tiles on the ground. And the door we put in before we put in the tiles, and we didn't know we had the tiles. So Wayne had to take the door off and cut the bottom of the door off as well. So that was a bit of a job, but now it looks really neat, which is awesome.
You can see on the camera the curve.
Yes.
That Mike drew out that's underneath the floor.
You can see where we were going to cut the floor, and then Wayne said that would be too untidy, so he went and actually cut the door smaller, which actually really works well. We've got our electric door in, our security systems and all that stuff are in as well. We're not going to mention what they are, but we've got plenty of those as well. And we've also got all of our lights and stuff which we just need to mount up on the roof. That's one of the last jobs to do. But right now, after so long and so much planning and thinking and being excited about it, we can actually start putting some cars in. So this is the first time all of my cars have ever been in the one place at the one time. So it's going to be like kind of a 15 or 16 years of work all in this shed, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to try and get them all in, get them all stacked up. See, it's going to fill up very fast. It looks quite big now, but when you put all those big American cars in especially, it's going to fill up very fast. So let's get into the cars, get them in here, get them clean, and let's see what it looks like. Should fit.
There's an awkward one that's about twice the size as all the rest of them.
But yours is half the size. So
I was going to say, actually, the Caprice and that actually line up as much as the two 180s almost.
Now we know that a Mustang and a Corolla are the same distance as a Caprice and an MX5, if you ever needed to know, or two 180s. But that's not all the cars. We have one more car to go in. Actually, we have two more cars to go in, but we'll just do one for now. One car which we are going to upgrade today and is going to go in here is the BMW M4. So we're going to put some brand new wheels on that car. So it's kind of going to be our first job. I'm putting it into the garage, and that would be the whole garage finished. Look at that. That is awesome.
And this is all.
As Wayne just said, some pile of scrap there.
You talking about the yoke in the back? The yoke is not Japanese.
It's Japanese, yeah.
Wayne is just sour now that his shed is not as cool as our shed. So Mike was saying he was worrying when we put down the Tuff Tiles on the floor, because we're using welded diffs and stuff like that, would they start to lift off the tiles? And the proof is in the pudding. I don't think you're ever going to get 6 cars that would test the floor that randomly. So you've got 2 ways, welded, got a Watt limo, I presume what's in the back of the Caprice, and LSDs and everything. So it's absolutely perfect. And as you can see, no issue with the floor on the cars. And they make the floor actually makes the cars look nicer, which is something I didn't. I thought it would, but I'm really, it looks like a showroom. Yeah. For really, really stupid cars.
That's the first thing that came to my mind was showroom.
It looks like a showroom, and we even have the space to walk down all the way through them to the
That's the thing that paint gives it the showroom kind of look. There's not much space either side, the front and the back. Yeah. But down the side you can walk.
Let's be realistic, probably this is the only one anyone would actually buy. Everything else we're stuck with. That's just so bad, generally. But everything else is now in. We now have all of our cars inside. As I mentioned before, we have one more car to sit right here to finish.
That's the work bay.
It's the work bay. So we've one more car, and it's very apt that we are going to do the last modification to it today, which is the BMW M4, my personal car. We're going to put a new gangster set of wheels on it today. It's the only modification I'm doing, and then it's done. Wayne is doing a service with Mobil 1 Oil at the minute as we speak. When we put the wheels on, that car is finito. It's the first car out of all of these cars that's actually finished. And the rest are going to destroy our wallets for the rest of our lives. So that's kind of the idea. So let's go get some wheels on the car, and then we can finally finish our garage. To an extent, we'll be adding loads in future episodes, you guys will see it, but let's get some wheels on now and at least fill it up for the first time ever. All right guys, because this is a huge episode for us and we are launching the new Drift Games garage, we have made up these limited edition, just 20 Drift Games garage banners. You can put them in your room, you can put them in the garage, you can wave them like a little flag, you can wear it as a cool bandana, you can do whatever you want, but there's only 20 of them. They're on sale now on the shop. Make sure you grab them quick. Okay guys, so one car that I thought I was finished with, that I wasn't going to do anything with because I loved every single bit about it from the factory, was my M4 competition. And as per usual, plans have changed. So I have got originally on the car a set of 20-inch. These are the competition pack wheels, which look amazing from BMW. No need to change them. Didn't want to change them. But then I spotted an M4 which had a set of wheels on it, and I fell in love with the wheels. And I checked out the company. They're called Quantum 44. They make forged wheels. Top quality stuff for performance cars, not just, you know, your run-of-the-mill stuff. So we did a little deal and they've just landed. So I've got some Quantum 44 forged wheels. These are amazing looking, deep concave with some gunmetal, so they're gonna be a little darker on the car. I think there could be a massive transformation on the car simply because it's a stock car. Now we're gonna upgrade the wheels. I cannot wait to see them. So this is a while waiting for the wheels to land. Can't wait to put them on. And the wheels are an easy thing. You just buy them, put them on the car, instantly change the look. So hopefully they work out as I've planned, but they are gangster. Have a look at them. Well guys, you can check out Quantum 44, their website. They do a ton. There's a blade there.
I'm not sure what you
No, that was just all I had, so I was like, oh sorry. So Quantum 44's website, we'll give you a shot of that now. They have incredible wheels. Like, you know, for higher end cars, you want to put wheels that don't make the car look cheap. That's a big thing, like especially for me on the M4. You don't want to just put any set of wheels on because it cheapen it a little bit. So these ones are like, wait till you see the finish. They're incredible. So these are 20s, and they're 20 by 11s on the back and 20s by, I think 9.5 on the front. I'm not sure. I think something like that. We'll check the offsets in a second. But we'll try and open them up here and see what we got. And lots of wrapping, as you can see. You ready, Josh?
Ready.
Look how good these look. You ready? Boom. Look at the paint, like it's like a metallic glitter.
I was looking for the camera, so you can't properly tell for the camera, but it's like it has got a proper glitter to it.
Yeah, it's got a flake in the wheels and they're concave. Now I think these are the fronts, the rears are even more concave than that, but look, let's put them on the car. Simple as. It's hard to see in a box what a wheel looks like, but when it goes on the car, you're just gonna be blown away. So let's get these Quantum 44s on. Change the look of the M4. We're gonna have to give it a wash afterwards because it's unfair on the wheels, because the wheels will be clean, the car is dirty. So we're gonna give the whole car a wash, do some beauty shots, but let's get them on first. Okay, so we've got one of the tires on now. As you can see, this is a much more aggressive wheel than what was on the car. You can see how stretched the Michelins are on this. So I think it's going to stance the car a lot more aggressively. So now it's time to put it on the car and see if that's the case. Is it too wide? I don't think so. I've seen them on an M4 before and they're absolutely perfect. It looks like They are essentially for this type of car, like a sort of a 3 or 4 series. So I'm gonna get them on now, drop the car down. Hopefully it all fits okay. This car is lower 25 mil, so it should be absolutely perfect. How bad is it going to be on the back? I think the front might be okay.
I think I'm too wide. Oh, Dave, I think you may have been like. They stick out a tiny bit, but.
They look serious.
Jeez, even Mike says. Even Mike
like.
I won't mind. You know how I am with BMW wheels, but I really
Well,
like
you know,
them.
as much as you look at them in here, you have to take them outside to really see what they look like.
No one really makes pop. Type in the new shed. Or if you watch the car.
I'm going to wash the car now, that's what I'm going to do. I can't get away with that. So I'm going to wash the car.
Keane won't be happy with a car like that.
No, Keane would be furious if I even tried to put in the shed without cleaning it. So we've clean wheels, dirty car. We're going to clean the car outside. We're going to see what the wheels look like in the sunshine. I think they look unbelievable. That car is just transformed completely now from sort of a stock M4 to something a little bit more special. And I think it looks really, really nice. Like they are unbelievable. And to see the quality, the color is perfect. It's dark. Like I would say, you have a choice, maybe black, silver, grey, but I was like, great, at least you can see the design of the wheel. Silver's a bit too bright, I think. I wanted the car looks a little meaner on dark wheels, but if you put on black wheels, you kind of lose a lot of the detail. So I think that's absolutely perfect. Quantum 44, top job, amazing wheels. Alright guys, we just got the Quantum 44 wheels on, and as you can see, they have transformed the M4. It looks so much more aggressive now. And we've got it in here on our new Tuff Tile floors, and here are almost all of the cars. We still have Mike's 350Z to come in here, and then one other car which we're not going to talk about just yet. That's for another episode. But right now, this is the majority of the cars. So basically, from your perspective, Josh and Mike's, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years getting your cars ready. For me, about 16 years maybe of buying and selling and trading and ending up with a collection like this and pretty much spending every single penny I've had for 16 years on cars. So now we have somewhere to put all our cars, work on our cars, hang out at the weekends, and basically make more awesome content for you guys in a place that. So we have lots of branding to do. We're going to put lots of funky stuff in here as we always do. We're not there yet. This is just the bare bones, but just to see all the cars together for the first time ever is like, it kind of humbling, because you never, like when I had, you know, like 6-7 years ago, I had an Opel Astra. So it's amazing to see everything that's kind of happened gradually, and each of these cars has such a story behind it and sentimental value, and yeah, it's mental. So we have a lot of work to do on all of them. We're going to be improving all of them, except for the M4, which I think is nearly finished at this stage. I always say that, but it might be. And then everything else here is going to be worked on, improved, and get ready for shows, drifting, whatever we do, road trips, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So if you guys like the episode, let us know. It's been an interesting one. We got a new HQ, we got new Quantum 44 wheels on the BMW, and we got all our cars in one space for the first time ever. So it's a really big video for us. A lot of emotional value and everything here. It's a lot of hard work over the years to get to this point. So if you guys like what we've done here, if you like the Tuff Tile floor, let us know. If you guys like the new wheels on the BMW, let us know. If you guys like the whole setup we've got going on here, if you're looking forward to the content we're going to make, let us know. Hit the like button, hit the comments below. We love reading your comments. We reply to almost every comment you guys put in there. So we'll be going through those and see your opinions, and hit the notification bell on so we can let you guys know whenever we upload a new video, because we will be making a lot more with this space now, which is awesome. So thank you for joining us. It's been a bit of an interesting episode. We hope you liked it. We'll see you on the next one.